Uh, or shall I freeze here? Are you okay? No, please, not that. No more. Oh no. Okay, it's time to play 20 questions. I'm. Keep an eye on the door. This might be a while. What? At a con, we got a brand new bodyguard. His name is Ein. And he's adorable. Okay. Anime, manga, TV show, or movie? Anime, movie. Okay, okay. Decade. 70s. Starts with the letter B. Two words. Two words. Second word begins with G. Oh, sweet baby Celestia. Who let him watch Barefoot again? I did. Twilight, why did you do that? I was quite curious about the film, and I wanted to see just how graphic his descriptions of the nuclear fire blast was, and I figured since we all enjoy Fallout and we are all Fallout Equestrian fans, I figured it might be good to give him a chance to watch the movie and experience for himself the horrors of what happens when you go through a nuclear explosion. I just wasn't ready for it. Oh. Look, we gotta read Empty Room in a few days. Look, we gotta get him back in fighting strength. Well, what if Vic, what does you like to give him to knock some sense back into him? Trixie might have an idea. Oh, Light in the Darkness. Light in the Darkness? Isn't that the... Yes. Because there's one type of thing I know about him. Is that friendship moments and happy little ponies being smiles and give... Well, it fits his heart and get him back on track. Alright, load the file. With any luck, martial art for user will recover. Oh. Light in the Darkness. By zapitfun. Chapter 1. Only chapter. Yay. She panted, heart pounding as she stood in the center of town. She could hear the blood coursing through the veins in her ears. This was like the roar of the ocean. Her mind was numb, barely registering where she was or that she had covered with a sticky red substance. The pungent scent of copper filling the air. Her eyes slowly fell on the object on the ground. A stained knife that glinted in the midday sun. Next to it was a glowing red pool. Her eyes trained in the pool and slowly moved to its source. The deed had been done. Luna's moon hung high above Equestria, its gentle rays bathing the countryside in an eerie glow as it slowly trekked across the cobalt-hued sky. Near Ponyville, the light illuminated a lone figure, winging somewhat less gracefully than normal above town. It was very late and she was exhausted, but Rainbow Dash didn't care. She was riding an emotional high as she enjoyed every second of bliss. She was returning from an evening in Cloudsdale after watching a wonderful performance. The Pegasus had been looking forward to the event ever since she pre-ordered tickets months ago, even going as far as camping out at the stadium gate that night, just before she would be the first in line. Her saddlebags pulsed with numerous pieces of memorabilia. She had parsed in the distance at least 2 autographed photos of each of the Wonderbolts. Understandably, that was throwing off her flight pattern. Death smiled whimsically. She had seen her role models before, got their autographs, and even managed to talk to Soren for a minute. Now she was almost home and would be enjoying a wonderful sleep in her bed. Nothing could spoil this night. Except maybe a blood-curdling shriek that sent shivers down her bones. She took a moment to swallow hard back into her chest, clicked against around. Her exhausted for again as a surge of adrenaline flowed through her veins. Her eyes settled on the Suki corner, specifically that single lit window on the top floor. Jess felt a sudden tightness in her chest. She knew that was Pinkie's bedroom, and the sugar-crazed pony had often stayed up late. But something didn't feel right, and feeling implored to check it out. She paused for a moment, not wanting to make a fool of herself in front of her friend, by charging in when there wasn't anything wrong. Still, the kids were on vacation for the week. Mr. Cake's eye had developed a nasty twitch after Pinkie's most recent failed experiment with pies and popcorn, so it wouldn't hurt to pop in for a friendly checkup. A flap of her wings sent her gliding to the upstairs window, which she noticed was wide open. Not surprising, since it was a warm spring night. "Hey, Pinkie!" she said upon reaching the window and sticking her head in. "I just got back from the Wonderbolt show in Clouds." Something was wrong. Most ponies didn't know it. But Pinkie was actually very well organized and kept her room, in addition to the bakery, clean. So the sight of the mattress on her bed, all skewed with covers, and the pillow dragged off onto the floor, made Dash reconsider her perceived paranoia from a moment ago. "Pinkie Pie?" she asked tentatively as she eased in through the window. She sat on the floor and stepped around an overturned nightstand, noticing the light was coming from the lamp floor, its shade resting a few feet away. She picked the lamp up, and once its brightness increased. She paraded herself inwardly upon remembering that it was an enchanted lamp that Twilight had given Pinkie on her last birthday. It had its own magical reservoir, didn't require electricity or oil. The bulb lit up and brightened when one simply touched the base. It had given the pink pony hours of entertainment in the AC guide. Dad set it up right on the floor and surveyed the rest of the room. It seemed to be in proper order, save for Gummy's head being flipped over. She peeked under the cushion and see a pair of violet eyes looking back at her. "Hey, any idea what's going on?" The eyes blinked down sync. "So what scared you are?" she groused. "I'm tempted to do a joke from Slice of Life." A loud crash from the floor made her jump. She gathered herself and cautiously tiptoed her way down the stairs. There were more sounds coming from the kitchen. She paused near the bottom of the stairs. Light was streaming into the alcove. She hadn't noticed the kitchen light wasn't well when she flew by a couple of minutes earlier. Whoever was in the kitchen, they were making quite a racket. It sounded like they were riffing through the silverware doors and tossing items onto what sounded like a plastic bin. "Who are you? Burglars?" she asked mentally. "If you'd done something to Pinkie, I'll—" "Do what?" She didn't have anything to fight with, and she couldn't fly a dogfight in the building. She looked around for something to use. Eyes settling on her saddlebags. She carefully slid them off and hefted them by the strap, hefty in its weight. "Yeah, these'll work, at least until I can find something else." She slid along the wall to the corner. A quick peek revealed nothing but the front room display counter, confirming to her that whoever was there was definitely in the kitchen. She took several deep breaths and steeled herself, prepared for whatever was around the corner. She dashed around the corner, saddlebags as ready for a confrontation. She wasn't prepared for what she had saw. In the middle of the kitchen floor stood a large plastic garbage can. Several knives scattered on the floor around the can, as well as a couple of empty cabinet drawers. Off to the left was Pinkie Pie, standing on her hind legs, frantically rummaging through an open drawer. She seemed to be muttering something to herself as she hefted a hoofful of knives and threw them in the can like they were dangerously contaminated. She turned back to the cabinet and opened another drawer, searching more apparently for offending cutlery. Dad stood in the kitchen doorway, utterly confounded by what she was seeing. She witnessed Pinkie do odd things before, but this was something like anything that she had ever seen from her friend. That wasn't what scared her, though. Pinkie's cut was darker than normal, dull and muted. Her mane and tail were almost completely straight, with a little bit of the usual curliness remained. Dad's had seen that change once before. Was this another sight of it? She set her saddlebags down and carefully walked towards her friend. "Pinkie?" Pinkie didn't respond and continued her searching. Daz was close enough now to pick up the mutterings. Pinkie's breathing was quick and shallow. "Can't let it happen. How to protect friends? Oh, what's it die?" "Pinkie?" she asked a little louder, even more worried now. Pinkie suddenly ducked her head into the door and came out with a cleaver in her mouth. "Why the hell does a bakery have a cleaver? Pinkie!" The cleaver clattered to the floor, and Pinkie screamed and threw herself back against the counter, still on her hind legs. Dad stepped back at the sight of her expression. Absolute, stark terror. Her eyes were glazed over, and her hair clung to her face, soaked in sweat. Were those tear stains on her cheeks? Dad immediately recovered and took a step forward, panicked to see her like this. "Pinkie! Pinkie, it's me! Rainbow! Rainbow Dash!" An eternal moment seemed to pass before Pinkie's eyes cleared and her breathing slowed slightly. "Dashie?" Rainbow Dash felt a small amount of relief. Yeah, it's me. She could have sworn she saw Pinkie's brain as her expression was replaced by one of hope and then of relieved joy. Jessie, you're alive! If Des wasn't confused before, she certainly was now. Well, yeah, of course I'm alive. Why would I? Oh! Pinkie tackled the pegasus, sending her down on her haunches and giving her the tightest hug she had ever felt. It took a second for her to realize that the pink earth pony had tears streaming down her face. Oh, Dashy, you're okay. You're alive. She proceeded to break down and weep on Dash's shoulder. Maybe Dash was at a complete loss. She had no idea what was going on, or what had just happened, or why Pinkie had apparently thought she was dead. But what she did know was that Pinkie needed her right now, and that was more than enough. Not normally a touchy feeling type, she balanced her upper hands and wrapped her forelegs around her sobbing friend, holding her close into a comforting embrace. Pinkie shuddered as he wept even harder, causing Dash to rub her back in a further attempt to comfort her. It was unknown how long they sat on the floor of Sukiyu Corner kitchen, but at long last, Pinkie's breathing became deep and regular, punctuated by the occasional sniff. Dash's mane and left shoulder were soaked, but considering the circumstances, it wasn't worth doubting. She wasn't sure what to do, as she'd never been in any situation similar to this before, mostly because she preferred to avoid them. Was she supposed to stay quiet and provide a comforting presence? Maybe she should try getting Pinkie to open up about what happened. She opted for the latter. Hey, Pinkie? She spoke as softly as she could. You okay? Pink Mare stirred, and Dash could feel her nod. Yeah, I'm a little better now. She pulled back and faced Dash, placing her hose on the Pegasus' shoulders. Thanks for being here, Dashy. She could see the sincerity in Pinkie's smile and puffy red eyes. She could see where her fur had become matted down for tears and sweat. All in all, she looked like a real mess. Here, Dash said, smiling softly. Let me get you something to clean you up. Pinkie nodded and sniffed, sitting on her haunches. Dash trotted over to the sink where she found a clean dish rag and wet it under the faucet. She frowned at the mess of knives on the floor and tried back. Dash wiped down Pinkie's face, and it caused her to squirm a little. She decided to broach the subject of the whole breakdown. Pinkie, what happened? I mean, I was flying by and I heard a scream. When I came in, everything's a mess, and you're down here doing... I don't know. Pinkie looked away from her, appearing very uncomfortable. Des backpedaled. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but you really scared me there. Pinkie absolutely moved her right forehead in little circles to the floor, watching it for a moment before speaking. I'm sorry for freaking you out, Dashy. I wasn't thinking right. She went silent for another moment, closing her eyes to take a few deep breaths to focus. Dash speaking. It was a nightmare. A horrible nightmare. A bad dream? Seriously? Dash fought the thought in an annoyed groan as Pinkie continued. It was the worst dream I ever had. She gritted her teeth and her face scrunched in a muscle of stress as tears began to stream again. She burst down. I killed you, Jessie. I killed everybody. I cut him up with a knife and then... Oh, sweet Celestia, Jessie. It was horrible. Des said stunned at the brief description, equally horrified. A loud sob broke her reverie, and she pulled Pinkie into another embrace. Dash said stunned at the brief description, equally horrified. A loud sob broke her reverie as she pulled Pinkie into another embrace. I think I screamed and fell out of bed. I couldn't get the images out of my mind. I ran down here. All I could think about was protecting every pony from me. I had to get rid of them. She motioned to scatter calmly, so I wouldn't be able to hurt you guys. Dad started to tire as she wept anew. I'm sorry, Dashy. I'm so sorry. You didn't do anything wrong, Pinkie. There's nothing to be sorry for, Dash soothed. It's just a dream. But why did I have it? Well, there's a part of me that's just waiting to come out again like Pinkie did when y'all threw that surprise party for me. Dash recalled her encounter with the alter ego on Pinkie's last birthday. You're not like that. You'll never... I don't want to kill any pony! She wailed hysterically. Dash grabbed her shoulders and turned her so she was face to face. Pinkie, look at me. Look at me, she commanded forcefully. Pinkie sniffed and slowly met her eyes. I've seen Pinkamena. She was angry. She was lonely. She was scared. Because you were. Do you remember what I told you after your birthday party? Pinkie said again. Yeah, you said you were my friend. And you would always be. And I'd never be alone again. Because you and everybody else would be there for me. Yeah, that's right. Des said, adopting a softer tone. Now I don't have to worry about Pinkamena again. Because you know we're all here for you. I'm here for you. Because you know that. You chose not to beat Pinkamena. Does that make sense? I think so. But what does that have to do with the other thing? Des looked her right in the eye. Do you want to be psychotic and kill everybody? Pinkie's eyes went wide. No! Celestia, no, Dashi. I told you that's why I was throwing everything out. There you go. That part will never come out because it's not in you. Des leaned her forehead against Pinkie, never breaking eye contact. You're not psychotic, Pinkie. By reacting the way you did, you proved you're not. You reacted the way you did because you were for us all. And you can't bear seeing anything happening to us, real or imaginary. Alright? Pinkie kept eye contact for several long moments. Finally she closed her eyes, and her ragged breathing slowed back to normal again. A smile formed on her lips. Okay, looky. She hugged Des tightly, which was gracefully returned by the Pegasus. After a few moments, they released each other, and Des leaned back against the refrigerator with a drawn out sigh. Dang. In here I thought I was tired before. Pinkie giggled. It felt good to do that. Yeah, Daisy. The stuff you were saying before was really deep and profound. Was it? Guess it was. Guess Twilight's been rubbing off on me. Confound that pony. They shared a short laugh as Pinkie settled down on the floor, tucking her forelegs into herself. They sat in silence for a good long while. Das noted that Pinkie's color had returned, along with her hair's bounciness. In time, the Pegasus let out a huge yawn. Ugh. Sorry, Pinkie. She apologized as she blinked hard to clear the eyes. Almost dozed off there. Everybody smiled up at her. It's okay, Daisy. I know you got lots of super stuff to do, and you're really tired. She turned away as her face fell. I think I'll be able to sleep for a while, she said under her breath. Des frowned sympathetically. She had never seen her so distressed as long as she had known her. It seemed unnatural. Not in an uncharacteristic sort of way, but the mere thought of it was simply should not exist at all. It worried her seeing Pinkie like this. The pink pony was never without a smile or bounce at her staff. It was giving happiness in all the energy around her. She was now on one knee and cheering up, and it was up to her to do it. An errant thought entered Des's mind. You've done enough here, it said. Go on home and get some well-deserved sleep. The thought was immediately banished to whatever dark recesses it crawled out of. She was the element of loyalty for a reason. She would never leave her friends when they needed her. Well, what could she do? Cheering up ponies was somewhat of a foreign subject to her, and she had briefly been playing the whole situation by ear. Well, there's one thing she knew she could do and might work. Have fun. Hey, Pinkie, you got a TV upstairs, right? Pinkie looked up with a slightly befuddled expression. Yeah, but I don't use it much except to watch movies and My Little People. She shook her head and mused with her friends obsessive with that little Philly show. Hey! And your popcorn is in that cupboard over there. She asked with a nod and turned towards a corner. Uh-huh, why? Daz looked at her host declaring, Impromptu movie night. Go pick out a few movies and I'll make some popcorn for us. It took a half second for the idea to register. But when it did, Pinkie's face was split by an impossibly huge smile, and her eyes sparkled as she looked up. Great idea, Daffy! And I know some of the bestest movies to watch! She advanced and bore up the stairs, and Dash smiled proudly at herself. Success. 10 minutes later, Dash tried up the stairs with a large ball of popcorn and grass in her mouth. How Pinkie managed to carry stuff like this on her head without spilling it was beyond her. She found Pinkie setting the lamp back in an upright nightstand, a slightly sullen look about her, though nowhere near as bad as before. The Pegasus said with a bowl around her mouth. Pinkie's expression brightened immediately. She giggled and trotted to the couch on the side of the room. Looking. I got the meeting all set up. So you're up, down over here, and we can start. Daz got up on the couch, set the bowl between them. Take a second to glance at the empty video case next to the VCR. Night at the Opera? She asked with an air of apprehension. Pinkie nodded. Yeah, it's one of the best comedies ever made. It stars the Marx Brothers. The who? Pinkie stared at her flatly. Seriously, Jesse, you need to get out more. The Marx Brothers are like required viewing for any comedy aficionado. Daz rolled her eyes. Fine, I'll give it a shot. It wasn't very long before the two of them were laughing their heads off. Daz had to admit that the trio had a knack for slapstick, and playing off each other to make their jokes even better. Pinkie explained that they had perfected their routines on stage before they started making films. The entertainingness of the three was more than enough to keep Daz at distance for the movies entirely. By the end, she had tears in her eyes. Well, Daz, go ahead, to you, Pinkie. I haven't laughed that much in a while. Got another movie picked out for us? No answer. Pinkie? She looked out past the empty popcorn ball. A warm smile spread across her face. Pinkie lay curled up on her cushion with some nose buried in her tail. Sound asleep, Daz quietly moved the bowl onto the floor and gently kissed her forehead. Sweet dreams, Pinkie. Heaven knows you deserve some. She turned the TV off and curled back up to the side of her couch. Stuck in the corner, her eyes began drifting back to her friend. Her color was back to its typical bright pink, and her mane and tail had regained their lively bounciness. It looked like she was through the worst of it. I'd probably feel a whole lot better after some much-needed sleep. However, something told Daz and Pinkie would still need a little help to get through the residual fears and dread brought on by the nightmare. As he let sleep finally overtake her, she wondered how she might be able to help her through the rest of it. The seed of an idea began to take root as he drifted out to sleep. The sky outside the bedroom window was just beginning to tinge with the promise of a new day. Pinkie's eyes fluttered open, and the morning light invading her eyes. She lifted her head and looked around, taking note that she was on her couch rather than her bed. Memories of the night trickled back into her mind. The nightmare, that horrible, horrible nightmare. Daz coming in and comforting her, assuring her that everything was okay. Cutting through the ache in her mind, she brought her back her senses. Her eyes lighted to the slip of paper on the cushion in front of her. A note from Daz. Pinkie, hope you slept well. Had to take care of some stuff. Be back in 10 seconds flat. R.D. She smiled. She had slept, hadn't she? After what happened, she didn't think she'd ever be able to sleep again, for fear of the nightmare returning. Thankfully, Daz had stayed with her and somehow managed to get her to sleep. She cast a thankful gaze at her window at Celestia's morning sun. Its rays filling the room with soft warmth. Wait, late morning? Surprisingly, as big as her gasp was, she didn't inhale the cushions off the couch. Oh no, it's morning! This house is supposed to be open and baked goods are baking already! She was worried. She launched herself over the back of the couch towards the stairs. Oh, the cakes will be so disappointing that I was late opening and... Ka-ching! Thank you for your purchase, and have a splendid day. Fine, Verity, running the cash register. Indeed, Verity was standing behind the front counter, counting a number of bits and dropping them into the register as a customer left with a bag of muffins. Pinkie stood perplexed at the bottom of the stairway, as Verity finished counting and shut the door, nosing the airplane for the first time. Pinkie, darling, you're awake. Splendid, she beamed. I hope you slept well. Now, will you be a dear and ask the girls to send us more blueberry muffins? Miss Pinkie has a distinct look of that variety at the moment. The girls? Pinkie repeated to herself and peered around the kitchen. She stood in her doorway, for once in her life dumbfounded at what she was seeing. Applejack was by the sink, rinsing fruit. Twilight stood at the opposite counter with a cookbook levitating in front of her, and a whisk flipping around in a large bowl off to the side. Finally, Firefly was at the table, gingerly applying frosting to the tops of the tray of cupcakes. Pinkie just noticed her at first. Oh, good morning, Pinkie Pie. Surprisingly, her soft voice caught the attention of the other two, who smiled with their own greetings. Morning, Sir Keeb. Morning, Pinkie. Did you sleep well? It took a moment for Pinkie to find her voice. What are you girls doing here? Why, helping you with the shopper calls. Verity interrupted behind her. Yes, even Daz told us earlier this morning that you had a rough time last night and needed sleep. Firefly explained. You see, he asked if we'd be able to run the bakery until you feel better. Sarah added. Like, no way any of us could have said no to such a loud light, is there? Applejack finished with a grin. Pinkie suddenly felt oddly self-conscious. Her gaze falling to the floor as she sits uncomfortably.
Does he tell you what happened last night?
She looks back up only to find sympathetic faces looking back at her.
Must you had a terrific nightmare that kept you from sleeping?
Randy said, rubbing her head against Pinkie's. No, it's absurd. I ain't got a nightmare that will do that. It would have to be one heck of a doozy. Forsyth's eyes were full of concern.
Are you alright now?
Pinkie felt tears welling up in her eyes. She looked around all of her friends and noticed one was missing.
Where?
Her voice cracked.
Where's Dancing?
Right behind you, said a strange voice. They moved aside and let Daz through the door, obviously laboring under an oversized sack on her back. Once in the kitchen, she let it slide to the floor with a grunt and stood panting for a few moments.
AJ, next time, you're going to the store to get the sugar. Dancing, did you really ask everybody to come in and help me?
Pinkie asked in wonderment.
Oh yeah, that.
Daz rubbed the back of her neck, her cheeks coloring lightly.
Well, I figured after last night, you really need to sleep, and the bakery couldn't be very well closed, so...
Pinkie pulled them all into a huge group hug, with joyful tears streaming down her face.
Thank you girls so much. You're the awesomest, best friends anybody could ever ask for.
Oh, you're welcome, Pinkie. Twilight toned. What are friends for, anyway? The service bell on the counter suddenly rang, sending her back to reality.
Oops, customer,
Randy said, breaking away from the hug.
Girls, we need blueberry muffins up front, post haste.
Making them right now, Rarity. Twilight called back as he disappeared, returning to their previous duties. Des was about to help Fluttershy with the cupcakes, when Pinkie pulled her into another embrace.
You're the greatest, Dassy,
she whispered.
I love you.
Oh, come on, Pinkie. You know I like stallions, Dash chuckled. Pinkie giggled in return.
You silly Willy Philly.
The Pegasus returned a hug of equal warmth. Love you too.
Dear Princess Celestia. How you doing? This is Pinkie Pie here. Well, not actually here, because, I'm being limited. This is be silly. I gotta see if I can stuff myself with the fairy invitation somehow, so Ponies can really have a real personal invitation. Oops, Ponies giving me the look. Sorry. Anyway, Ponies has to write this friendship report, since it was me who also learned an awesome friendship thing today. See, I had this really horrible, awful nightmare last night. It still gives me the willies while thinking about it, and there's no way I was ever going to go back to sleep for, ever. But then Rainbow Dash stopped by and made me feel better so I could really get to sleep. Then this morning she got all our other friends together so she could help me with baking and cooking and stuff, so I wouldn't get behind on sales while the cakes were gone. She told me that a really awesome friend will do her best to be there for her friends, and to make sure they're always feeling good and nice psychotic or anything like that. Hey, are you coming to town sometime? I'd love to throw a party for you. I don't mean that kind of stuffy one we had the last time you were here. No, that was kind of fun. I want to throw you and Luna a super special, awesome fit for a rolling Pinkie Pie style party. We have streamers, and balloons, and games, and... Oh, plus giving the look again. Guess that means I had to wrap it up. Oh well, hope you enjoy reading this, Princess. See ya! Pinkie Pie. P.S. Dassy was wondering if you could put in a good word for her with the Wonderbolts, since you're, so awesome at everything. P.P.S. Scratch that. Apparently she was just joking and now Twilight's yelling at her. She be such silly sometimes.
Okay. Thanks, girls. I feel a little less traumatized. Thanks.
You're welcome.
No problem. We're all glad for you. Yes.
Indeed.
Girls? When did we get a corgi into the studio?
Isn't Orange Grace? He's become friends with Sly. Now they're like best buddies and they can keep an eye on the studio while you're gone.
The people I work with, guys.
I didn't hear that.
On to the review. This fic was made as a kind of a reference and a pseudo epilogue to Cupcakes. I think it really works really well for several reasons. One, it remembers something important about Pinkie Pie why I personally love her as a character. See, unlike a lot of other characters that are like her, that are silly, demented, she's allowed to cry. She's allowed to show emotions beyond just her being silliness and being weird and nuts. She's allowed to cry. She's allowed to have moments where she could go,
Wow, I got that. I got a trick for you.
she's allowed to be helpful and allowed to experience empathic moments. She's allowed so many different ranges of emotions and caring that it just makes her a more likable three-dimensional character. The same goes for Rainbow Dash. She has her own empathic moments. And both sides shine here brilliantly. Because it allows both characters to interact and show what they would do for each other. How they would help each other get through their own pain and suffering. It also was paced well, and the voices really came in through great. It did feel like an episode of the show. Maybe even without referencing what Pinkie would do, but it did feel like something that the characters would do. Next time, something a little. We're going to actually get to that derpy fic I promised the last time. Sorry, con days. Gotta love them.